This is the second leg in a portion of my trip to the Grand Canyon State, and it's safe to say I'm excited to be out of all that snow. When we initially planned this trip, we imagined alternating stalks between deer and javelina, but as our luck would have it, once we found pigs, we kept finding pigs, and we stayed in those pigs. Because of its low risk, high reward nature, I find that javelina are awesome for folks just getting started in spot and stalk hunting like myself. And the meat, when handled correctly in the field, tastes delicious. Collared peccary, javelina, musk hogs, skunk pigs, they go by many names, but whatever you want to call them, I think they're a damn good time.
All right, so admittedly, we were a little worried that we weren't going to be able to get our clutch camp spot. And when you see the view, you'll know exactly why we were worried. Look at that shit.
And hopefully we're gonna find deer and pigs right down there.
Glass up some piggies right down at the bottom of our little hill here and drag them up and beautiful.
Hey, I can see 5 deer down there right now.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, you must.
So there's a couple reasons why this is my favorite hunt I've ever been on. You come down here and the weather's beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. These animals are kind of like inverses of one another. So with javelina and my limited experience, the hard part is finding them, finding where they are, spotting them. But stalking in is not, I'm not going to say easy, but it's not the hardest thing you've ever done. Wait, and then inversely, deer are everywhere. You can't help but run into deer in this country. But getting within bow range of deer may be the hardest thing that you'll ever have to do. So spend a lot of time just glassing up really cool ground and hoping to find stalkable deer and hoping to find any piggies. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite thing to do. So good news, boys and girls. El Tamo has found piggies. So we're gonna get up on these next couple ridges, get a better look at them and try to think of an approach. So keep you updated. Opening day piggy.
Opening day piggy.
The call didn't work this morning.
It didn't.
We could try it again here in a minute though.
All right, so opening day piggies. A little smaller than the one I shot last year, but just as fun. We got to enjoy it a little more this time. We were absolutely surrounded by pigs. Tried the call out and it didn't work, which is really weird, but we're thinking our buddy Armando jinxed us because he took our call that worked last year and we had to use a new one.
The last 2 years.
Yeah, so it's kind of horse shit. We had to use this fucking beginner's call, but what did Frankie first year over here using a green?
I should have bought the wooden one. That probably
should have got the wooden one. Yeah, so
put these calls right here, the J13. That's the call.
that's the one. That's the
Except
guy
for today.
Except for today. Today's not a good representation. So I'm gonna go start cleaning out my pig. Then I think Tom's gonna stay here, and we kind of saw where they went to, which is actually where we killed pigs last year. So, all right, guys, little juvenile piggy. Man, you can't pass up an opening day piggy. We were absolutely covered up in them. This little draw here, we had 12 pigs, but about 6 or 7 of them caught our wind right along here and ran up the hill. And as soon as I hit this one, it looks like I double lunged him. Hit him a little high long, but double lunged him. He dropped and yelled. And then Tom hit the call. But they didn't run. And they usually run right at you like they're trying to kill you once you hit that call. So yeah, I'm gonna get this guy skinned out. Be a really easy pack out. So then my first arrow passed through clean, hit the ground, and then I heard him kind of kicking around, so I just came up real quick, and I knew he was gonna die, but I went ahead and put a second arrow in him and kind of made him go a little quicker. So I mean, this just happened, less than 5 minutes ago. So we'll get him packed out and get ready to chase after some deer. Absolutely awesome opening day. Javelina and deer. Just spent the last portion of the day glassing and just hanging out with a bunch of cool people. Yeah, glad to be back in this part of the state. This unit's absolutely awesome. So tomorrow we'll pick up with more deer hunting. Try to get Tom a piggy. Man, this is just my favorite place in the world. Favorite hunt of the year. Ran into a bunch of cool people that I met last time, and yeah, man, I just can't even describe how happy I am in this place, chasing these deer and these pigs. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to the camp and have some pork green chili, and yeah, get some sleep and do it all again tomorrow. Dude, that was the squirreliest wind I've ever seen in my entire life. That's insane.
It's 100% 180 than it was. Like, how the fuck did we fuck that up? Change it because of the wind. Get it now. You go that way.
This one's down low, just took off. We probably need to get up on that one.
Those other ones took off.
Yeah.
Got your rangefinder ready. Fuck. I knew it. Dude, it's like I should back out and go, but it kept on fucking moving. Man.
Hello?
Hi, Connor. What's going on?
Oh, just kicking it.
I just picked up some piggies down by where I shot my deer, so we're beelining it over there.
All right.
So if I happen to whack a piggy, we might be out for dinner if they close at 8 o'clock, but I'll let you know, so just stay posted. So I'm driving around right now, and we can get pretty close to them, so I'm just going to come in above them. There looks like a pretty decent road that we're going to take, so I put a stalk on this afternoon, and the wind changed on us. We were like 40 yards away, and all of a sudden the wind came right to our back and blew them out.
All right, so yeah, that's essentially what happened. We went back to camp to glass and we immediately glassed up some piggies. So we got about an hour left of light. So we're gonna try to put in the last stalk of the day on some javelina, and so we can focus the next 2 days just solely on deer, which we haven't really seen very much of this trip. So yeah, hopefully the next thing you see is Tom flinging an arrow, old Baja Tommy flinging an arrow into a javelina. So, all right, BHT. All right, see you guys.
The sun is not going to be good getting in on. No. Safety first. Safety first. They were right by that tree down there. See this down tree, right? This brown tree. Yeah. Over here. Just to the left of the green ones, there's one right in front of it. Okay.
Where's it at? Right here. 45. 40. 40. 40. Good shit. That was low. A little low, but. I can't believe I missed that first shot at 25. Come on, pile up. Give chase. Oh, it's slowing down. Yeah, let's go. Let's go quiet. There he is. He's hoppling.
Could come in from the other side, but we're going to cover a shit ton more distance coming to maybe even see the piggies from up there. And okay, what little baby Jesus do though is the question.
We may never know. So last night we came back to camp and spotted some pigs right from camp. We got a really good look. We can see a ton of country from camp. Got within 40-50 yards extremely fast, but we just had this one little shithead javelina that just kept on eyeing us up. We thought that they kind of took off and then ended up getting one at like 20-25 yards. I think we had some trouble ranging. Ended up, I think, missing the first shot. It was just a clean miss, like right over his back. And
Thanks
then
for saying we.
Yeah, it's us. It's a team effort. So we used our call and called in another one to 40 yards, and then made what we think is like a marginal shot, probably not lethal, but we ended up tracking him about a quarter mile right to a little like dry riverbed or like a little draw area, and decided not to really push it anymore. We decided to stay in camp today in class the first couple hours, and then we're gonna take off on this ridge line over to our left, see if we can't see the area where we think that they ended up last night a little better. Then we'll climb down there, make sure we can't find that pig, just try to do our due diligence. We were hoping that we could just glass them up from up top here today so that we wouldn't have to go all the way down there, but I don't think that we'll find them dead. But we're gonna go down there and just be sure that we did everything we could to find it. Shitty part of hunting, but it's part of hunting. If you're gonna throw arrows at pigs, sometimes they're not gonna land exactly where you want them to.
So we just climbed down and back up that hill, and it was a little bit of a hill. We tracked the buck tracked the javelina probably about 3/4 of a mile, something like that, and he went up the hill. That's got me breathing and sweating like this. Didn't find any more blood. Good solid tracks. He never really doesn't seem to have bedded down at any point. So best that I can think of, we just kind of nicked his chest. Non-fatal. He'll probably be out eating acacia and prickly pear before the day's over. So I'm glad we did that. Glad we kind of put the work in to be sure of our suspicions. I mean, you never can be sure, but it's probably going to be hurting, limping around for a couple days. But I mean, arrow had one fletch with blood on it, one other with hair, and then the one that dug into the dirt. So yeah, so now we're gonna go try to track some deer and some more pigs. So, all right, stay tuned.
When you think about the time, money, energy, practice that most hunters put in, they would probably be bummed at the prospect of flying over 1,500 miles and then having your only real shot at a stalk on a deer be interrupted by some other hunters. Well, yeah, you can lump me in there with those guys too, but sometimes you have to play the hand that you're dealt. Lucky for me, I truly like hunting javelina. These guys get a bad rap, mostly because they smell somewhere between a dumpster fire and Jeffrey Dahmer's basement. But again, when handled right, the meat is delicious. Tom and I ended up getting on 2 more groups of javelina with similar outcomes as the 3 before. Like I said previously, the one deer I had a chance at stalking had some other hunters on it, and they actually ended up killing that deer. Tom said it was the most absolutely ridiculous quartering away shot he had ever seen. So hats off to those guys. So on my 3rd trip to Arizona, I learned a few things. Port green chili and black coffee don't always mix. Javelina hunts aren't always a gimme. And if you're gonna live your life, you might as well do it on Bad Mountain.
You want to plug your ears at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year I swung through, grabbed Mike Connor. He helped me break down camp, and we drove out to the same little place we're going to sling some lead. And I got him to shoot 2 guns at the same time for the.
Really? He's never done that before?
No.
The first time I got in a place where there were 2 guns at the same time, I shot 2 guns at the same time. Yeah, man, it's just like, you know, what?
Jake, you've grown up so much. Yeah. Ain't no side by side. That guy looked like Hunter Thompson in Fear and Loathing with the goggles on and shit. Just like, yeah, go for it. I remember this time last year when you showed up. It was like, you know, like a little fledgling.
Like a little fawn.
Yeah, just like trying to figure out how to walk around in this expansive world.
Uncle Tom, this is the best fucking day ever. You're right, moment's gone.